something to say, something to say.
Hey everybody, how's it going? This is Our House 21 coming in for the latest update for RC Physics. And I just wanted to wish everybody a very special Christmas shout out. And I hope everybody is getting all the special things they want under the tree. And I just wanted to take a few moments of time just to give everyone an update of the projects that have been going on with me and also some of the most recent events in my RC life. So first off, I want to thank everyone for participating and looking at the videos for my eBay auction of Junior. As you see from the subtitle, Junior actually ended up going for a total of $325, which is a pretty decent price. There are others that might have gone for a little more or a little bit less, but I think that was probably pretty fair for the amount of upgrades that were into it. And but ultimately, I wasn't building it to try to make a bunch of money off of it. I was really looking for an opportunity to learn a little bit more about this particular set of hardware and also be able to, just experiment, play around a little bit, and end up helping it to find a good home. So it looks like the eventual owner, good guy, and he seems to really be in love with the truck. So I'm enthusiastic to hear about how he is beating the snot out of it, and hopefully it's working out pretty well for him. The next big event is the fact that it snowed, and as you can see from the video here, I couldn't miss the opportunity to take the old Rustler out and see what it could do. Unfortunately, the problem with a two-wheel drive vehicle is it's great for drifting and great for tossing it around, but not much else. This car had such a big problem trying to get any kind of traction just because those front wheels, I tried several combinations, they dug in, but it basically rear end just came all around and it was literally driving on ice, and the car just was not very controllable. So that just kind of signaled to me that it's, as much as I love the Rustler, you know it is not the all encompassing uh, rough weather vehicle. So my dear loving wife decided that she would get me a present. So she did a little consulting with me and ended up getting me a Rally rolling chassis, which I quickly converted into an LCG slash 4x4. As you can see here, I equipped the car with a set of talons, what my talons I've been using for a while, and jacked up the body and suspension a little bit just to give me some ground clearance and take it back out into the snow. And it was night and day. It was no comparison. The Slash versus the Rustler is the four-wheel drive just makes it tons and tons more precise, but it's a tough truck, and it's just it does what it does very well. And this is a tight chassis. You can tell that it has a lot of race tuning to it, and I know that some guys can make all sorts of arguments about is it a real racing truck compared to the Team Associated and Losi and all the other good stuff out there, but for something that I'm just taking out the bash with and play and break over and over again, it's pretty awesome. And as you can see from the video, my wife likes it too. While this is not the first body that I've painted, this is the first body that I've done from scratch with masking and multiple layers of color and all the fine touches. And I will admit I like the process, and this thing came out pretty well, or at least a lot better than I anticipated. Now you can see I started with a J Concepts body of the Illusion High Flow, and did a lot of sketches and came up with what I thought was a pretty good color scheme, and masked it off. Applied the same copperhead orange that I used on Junior, but then with some metallic black paint for the base color, and then a little bit of just satin black for the roll cage and some other places. It's a subtle little thing, but it's something I liked. I had to play around a little bit with the decals because I initially liked this red Traxxas logo on the doors, but there just wasn't enough contrast to just blend it in when you're more than like 10 feet away and you couldn't even see the thing. Switching over to the mechanicals, If you check it out, you probably see some familiar themes here. As always, I'm a castle guy, and I like the Castle Creations power systems. I've got, in this case, the 10 scale SET setup, which is essentially a Sidewinder 3 ESC with the Castle 1410 motor, which I absolutely adore. These pictures are actually before I wired up the Dean's connectors and everything, so this is before I got it up and running. But once I got power to this guy and got it, cruising around, I was immediately impressed. This is what this motor system was designed for, and it does a very good job. There was one little issue in the fact that I did have some overheating issues. But I think that's A, I'm running these really big Talon wheels, which are a little bit more than what it was originally designed for. And B, sorry, Castle, but that fan you put on the speed controller is kind of a joke. So I see an upgrade to the same fan I used on Slade and Junior in the near future. Once I get some more airflow in there, I think that it's just going to be just fine. I also really like the Slash vehicle architecture just in general. If you notice here, the rear end, I've got taken off here so I can get access to the slipper clutch. Um, they've designed this thing to come apart with 4 bolts on the rear and 5 bolts on the front. So you can have access to both the front and rear differentials in less than a minute, which is really slick. Also, I've discovered that I can Velcro mount my GPS on top of the battery tray with no issues whatsoever. So hopefully I won't have the GPS issues I had with Slade on some of the previous speed runs. Everything just seems to be more built and more durable, and I'm really impressed. So the next step is to take the color scheme that I came up with here and transfer it to my next upgrade for this new body, which is to convert it into a 1/8 scale road car as well. And this is one of the things that I really liked about the Slash architecture versus the Rustler architecture, and that is the fact that you know Traxxas has made so many different vehicles out of both of them actually, but with the LCZ chassis, this car started off as a rally, which is low center of gravity road going car. I very easily would change the bumpers and change the suspension mount positions. Took it up to off-road basher configuration with plenty of room for the extra large Talon tires. And now the new goal is to put this McLaren F1 Offner body on and turn it into a GTA class road going car and be able to go back and forth between the two very quickly, very easily, and see what kind of high speeds I can do. So I'll keep you guys posted, let you know what happens, and as always, this is our house boy signing off, and remember to fly, fix, fly, get it, break it, do it all over again, and have yourself a great time along the way. Merry Christmas, guys, and I'll see you next time.